channel Ashwin's Astrology. In the previous video, we discussed about Mars transit to Aquarius for Mesha Rashi to Kanya Rashi, and this time we'll be discussing from the remaining Rashis, Tula Rashi to Meena Rashi. So stay tuned and please watch it for your individual moon sign. Make use of the timestamp provided in the description. So let's begin with Tula Rashi. So for Tula Rashi, this transit is happening in the fifth house. So for Tula Rashi, Mars is the seventh lord as well as the second lord. So uh, already Jupiter's presence in seventh house is giving you a blissful life, and seventh lord in the fifth house will make your love relations face troubles, because seventh lord Mars in fifth house along with Venus will actually have to make blossom your love relations, but it is placed with the fifth lord Saturn, who is a cold nature planet. So that's why you might face some troubles. So the partner may not respond to your emotions, or you may not get time to respond to your partner's emotion, because of which there could be some troubles. Because 10th Lord Moon is in the 8th house and exalted, there will be sudden positive changes in workplace which will be in your favor. And because of Sun, Mercury, Rahu in the sixth house, it will become a Shatru Hanta and also will destroy all your enemies. And this will be a time period very good for sports and competitive exams as well. So, any Tula Rashi natives who are appearing for competitive exams, or for are a sports person and are having their tournament this time period, so this will be proved to be a very profitable or a very uh, successful time period as well. Because of fifth lord in the fifth house along with the Rashadipati Venus, this forms a great dhani yoga, so monetary gains can be expected. So once sixth lord sun once 11th lord sun moves out of Pisces and comes to its exaltation sign Mesh Rashi, you will start seeing much better gains as well, because currently Surya is Ucha Bilashi but is afflicted with Rahu, and that's why the monetary gains would be limited only because of Saturn Venus conjunction in fifth house. So once Sun also becomes bit powerful, it will give good results to you, because 11th Lord will be in ninth house from itself, from its own Rashi. Because of fifth house has Mars Saturn conjunction along with Venus, so there could be some arguments with your children which might slightly disappoint you. And because of Sun Mercury Rahu in the sixth house, there could be possibility of accidents as well, so please be very careful about it. So to be very careful and to be very cautious, and also to be saved from any kind of mishaps, pray to Ma Durga. And also Mars Saturn conjunction in fifth house, which might affect your emotions or the cold nature of your partner affecting you. So to get rid of this, pray to Hanuman. So somewhere or the other way, Hanuman will help you to get through the uh, next 40-45 days. But overall for Tula Rashi, this is a very good time period. Next, moving ahead to Vrishchik Rashi. So for Vrishchik Rashi natives, Mars is your Rashi Adhipati as well as your sixth lord. So he is going to your fourth house and also is conjuncting with fourth lord as well as your seventh lord Venus. So there is some amount of satisfaction in life because of exalted moon in seventh house also, who is aspecting your Rashi. So there is some amount of satisfaction in life, and you will earn money after hard efforts, because the second lord Jupiter is in the sixth house, so it is going from itself to the fifth house. So and it is a sixth house from the Rashi, so you have to earn money only after, you will earn money after hard efforts itself. So money doesn't flow into you, or you don't have any great dhan yoga forming right now to get easy money like others. And this will be a very good time to reap profits from previous investments, because fifth house lord Jupiter is in sixth house, so it is better to reap the profits from it, because it is in the second house from itself, to reap the profits from your previous investments. But for new investments, it's not at all a good time. And there could be some disturbances in family life, because the second lord is placed in the sixth house and it has an eclipse happening in its previous house, the adjacent house itself. and that's why there could be some disturbances in family life, which is bit fatal for you. So please be very careful. And because of Jupiter's presence in sixth house and sixth lord in the fourth house, so legal disputes may tense the situation. So any kind of legal disputes which you are having with your maternal family, especially with your maternal uncle or maternal aunt, so this might tense the situation much more. And because of sixth and fourth connection, and that two Mars and Saturn both malefics in the fourth house, there could be some health issues to mother which you have to pay attention to. And also Sun's conjunction with Rahu, who is the 10th lord in the fifth house, so it can bring some troublesome time in career also. So you might be working for long hours and your schedule could be very hectic also, so there would be no time period. And also the 12th lord is in the fourth house, so there could be a kind of loss of sleep also, or you might end up reaching your home very late also, so that is also noted. So it's not a good time for investments at all, because the eclipse will be happening in your fifth house, which is a one of the important Dharma Trikona and also a Lakshmi Stan. Pray to Hanuman to have a blissful family life, and also for your mother to not have any great um, damage from the health perspective. Uh, Please pray to Hanuman. Next, moving ahead to Dhanur Rashi. For Dhanur Rashi natives, this transit will be happening in third house, and for Dhanur Rashi, Mars is the fifth lord as well as the 12th lord. So it's one of the Trikonadipati, and moving to third house is good in one way, because it will make accumulation of money through self efforts, because fifth lord will be moving to 11th house from itself, that is from fifth house it is in 11th house from its own Rashi. And also the second lord Saturn will be in second from itself in its own Rashi. So you will save money through your own self efforts, through your own self discipline as well. And this is very good for education, because of Jupiter's presence in fifth house, your Rashadipati going to fifth house, it will unlock your Purva Punya as well. And there is a good chance of birth of child also, if anyone are expecting, because for the next 40-45 days Jupiter is in this Mars Rashi, that is Mesha Rashi itself. So if anyone is expecting to receive good news of conception, it may happen. Or if anyone is expecting the birth of child, so having it in next 40-45 days also, uh, if the time period falls in it also, is auspicious. So your children will progress in their academics or career, or whatever it is they wish to do, they will be able to do. And there is a possibility of foreign travel as well, because of affliction to the fourth house. So you might move away from your hometown and go very far distance as well, because of Rahu's presence along with Sun, who happens to be your ninth lord. So because of ninth lord in the fourth house, it's forming a Raj Yoga, but because it is uplifted with Rahu, it shows the change in location also, because Sun is Uchabilashi here. So we cannot term it completely wrong here when it is forming a Raj Yoga. So foreign travel is possible. Because 10th lord Mercury is debilitated in fourth house, so there will be dissatisfaction or frustration in career, because you will not be happy with it. And that could be the reason that Sun's presence will bring you the change in career as well. And parents health definitely needs attention during this time, because Sun and Rahu afflicted in fourth house. So for both mother and father, health requires more attention. And ninth and 10th lord conjoining the fourth house is a very good yoga. And Sun is actually causing niche bang, kind of niche bang here, but because it also has Shubhakartari yoga. Meen Rashi has the Shubhakartari yoga, but they you will have some amount of frustration or dissatisfaction as well, for which you have to pray to Hanuman. So this is the predictions for Dhanur Rashi. Next, moving ahead to Makar Rashi. So for Makar Rashi natives, this transit will be happening in second house, and Makar Rashi itself is the place of exaltation where Mars was there till now, and now next he will be moving to Kumbha Rashi. So Mars is your fourth lord as well as your 11th lord. So he becomes a neutral planet for you and transiting in second house along with another planet, that is Saturn, who is your Rashadipati as well as second lord in second house. So this is the and also with Venus. So Venus, who happens to be a fifth lord as well as the 10th lord. So because it's a fifth lord, so love relations will get approval from family after serious amount of discussions. So if you are into any love relations and you have tried to put in forward in front of your family, so this would be the time period you will get approval from family after a lot of serious discussions, and family event would be there or some happiness also would be there in your family life. Your family life overall would be good and comfortable also. Because of Ketu's presence in ninth house and Rahu Ketu's transit is happening in 3-9 axis, there could be some Tirtha Yatra as well. So, holy dip in Ganga river also is noted for Makar Rashi. Because of multiple malefic planets in the second house, even though it is your Rashadipati and the second lord in second house, you might struggle to save money, or there could be some slow progress in income generation itself, because 11th lord in second house is a great Dhan Yoga. It is joining the Venus, who is your Yogkaraka. But Saturn also is present, and Saturn is your Rashadipati as well as your second lord. So there could be some slow progress in income generation, especially if you are into business. Progress could be very slow because seventh lord moon is in fifth house, so it is helping you in terms of love relations, but in terms of money also it might cause problems because it is receiving the aspect of Mars, who is conjunct with Saturn. And that's why we can see some growth of business could be very slow for Makar Rashi natives, so for the next 40-45 days. Pray to Hanuman. This would be the best remedy for Makar Rashi as well because of monetary problems which they are facing. So overall, for Makar Rashi, it is a very good time period. Next, for Kumbha Rashi, this transit is happening in your own Rashi, and your Rashadipati is in your own Rashi. That is, you are under Sade Sati right now, and also your Yogkaraka is also on your Rashi. So, because of presence of Yogkaraka, it is little better, and your Rashadipati is in the mid phase, making you in the mid phase of Sade Sati. So, Mars also coming into picture here, who is the third lord as well as the 10th lord. So 10th lord in the Rashi is very good, but is conjunct with malefics. So you will be mentally stressed out. There could be loss in business, and there could be a lot of family pressure and disputes as well because of Sun, Mercury, Rahu in the second house and the second lord in the third house, and not having a much great aspect as well, because there is Shubhakartari Yoga for your second house, but mentally you will be stressed out. There will be a lot of family pressure, disputes, everything, because sixth lord moon will be present in fourth house and he is exalted there. So definitely there could be some problems at your maternal side of family, but if you are courageous enough to deal with it because of Mars presence in your Rashi and aspecting your fourth house where your sixth lord is present, so if you are courageous enough to face it and give a try, then you will be able to withstand the family pressure and also will be able to win over the disputes. So it entirely depends on you during this time period. And definitely loss in business is noted because your seventh lord sun is in second house and is afflicted with Rahu, and there are two eclipses in this next 1 month, and he has conjunction with debilitated Mercury also, who is your eighth lord. So that's why there could be some loss in business, unexpected loss in business because of Ketu presence in eighth house. So you will never get to know that why you had loss in business during this time period. And because the sixth lord is in the fourth house exalted, mother's health will be a concern, but you won't see much problems from your mother's health point of view because it is exalted and is well placed, and fourth lord is in your lagna, that is your in your Chandra lagna in your Rashi itself, and that's why mother's health will be a concern but not a major problem. Pray to Hanuman because of Mars, Saturn, everyone in your Rashi. It is making you mentally stressed out and bringing all kind of disputes, or you will also broken in between whenever the time goes out of your control. So for that, pray to Hanuman. Next, coming to Meen Rashi. So for Meen Rashi natives, one thing is that you have a Shubhakartari Yoga. that will help you to protect from any kind of problems. But the eclipse is happening in your own Rashi. So when you host the North Node and South Node, Rahu and Ketu in your 1/7 axis, you will be afflicted or you will be affected by the solar and lunar eclipse, which it will cause. And now Sun Rahu in your Rashi. So your father might face problems in managing his health, because your ninth lord is in the 12th house, as well as Sun, who is the natural karaka for father, is also in your own Rashi, afflicted with Rahu. And as I mentioned, eclipses are also there. And your Mercury, who is the seventh lord and fourth lord, is also debilitated. So your family life wouldn't be in a better shape also, because second lord is in 12th house. So I don't see much harmony also. You would be disinterested in the marital life because of Ketu's presence in the seventh house. And you would be obsessed about your own self. So you would be thinking more about what I have done or what I am getting out of this. And there will be a loss of money and also a loss of reputation as well, because of Sun's getting afflicted, who is your sixth lord. Then there could be a lot of frustrations and disappointments which will happen because of your higher expectations. Rahu in the Rashi will actually make higher expectation, especially when it is in watery sign. So that's why this also could lead to disappointment in life. So the best remedy for all of this is pray to Ma Durga and also pray to Hanuman, because for Rahu to contemplate and to control Rahu, Ma Durga is the best deity. And also Hanuman for Mars and Saturn conjunction in 12th house, which will simply make you to spend on all unnecessary things and all the luxurious items, whether it is required or not required as well. So pray to Hanuman as well. So these were the individual moon sign predictions for all the 12 rashis for Mars transit to Aquarius. I hope you liked it. Please drop in your feedback or suggestions in the comment box. I will try to respond as soon as possible. Until I make the next video, have a good day and thank you. But please do have one thing in your mind. All these predictions are uh, just transit predictions. And first, we have to consider our own individual horoscope, the promises in the individual horoscope, and the Dasha Antardasha going on right now in all our individual lives. And then only we have to take the transit predictions. Usually transit predictions would be effective minimum 10 to 20% in every individual life. But if it is having any association with the planets in Dasha Antardasha, and as well as in the promises in the horoscope as well, then this transit would be very important for close to 50%. And that's why please do make sure you check your horoscopes and also find out which is the Dasha Antardasha period you are going through. So that would be more important to know. And after that, if you go through this transit predictions, that would be helpful for you. So until we meet again, thank you and have a good day.